All right. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, along with my brother Sean Ali. And we're coming on today with another new episode of the Health and Wellness Power Hour. So as you come in, go ahead and share the video. Share the video. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Assalamu alaikum, brother Sean. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. All is
Can you hear
well.
me?
Yes. You can hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes,
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
all
I
is
can hear
well. No
you.
worries. Hmm.
Good, good. Yes, sir. Well, it's been a minute since we've been on here on
Yeah,
Facebook,
yeah.
but we're back. Yes. So our topic today is the science of abundant life. The science of abundant life. I think is going to be a good topic.
Hmm.
What's on your mind,
Yes.
brother Sean?
Shit, I'm looking at this sun right now. Shit. Man, I mean, what's on your mind?
Life,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
life,
yeah, yeah. That part,
abundant life. Yes, sir. Grateful.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Gratitude.
That's where it starts. Abundant life starts with having that
Mm,
attitude of gratitude.
mm. That's a
Because
good point.
Allah hates the ungrateful. I was reading that this morning in the Holy
Mm,
Quran. Yeah, so
mm.
it starts there with having being grateful, regardless of the situation, still finding something to be grateful for, you
Isn't
know.
that something?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I mean,
when
and
you're
that's a
going
uh-huh.
through it and in the heat of the emotions, it's like
Hmm.
sometimes gratitude is the last thing we think about.
Mm, mm. Right. Be on that emotional hijacking.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good point. I never really looked at it like that. I mean, but yeah, that's definitely yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, keep going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because it's easy to, I guess, be in that position to not, if you're going through something.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can just, yeah. I mean, but yeah, especially if it's something. Well, I mean, what's serious to somebody is what's serious to them. So
Right.
I can't look at it and say it is or isn't. But if somebody's, especially if somebody think they're going through something serious,
Hmm.
yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
time. Right. Because like you said, that's internal. That ain't nothing external. Is
Exactly.
right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're dealing with your emotions and things like that, and feelings.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that
The emotion.
they they say feelings aren't facts.
Right. But that's where you got the emotional hijacking. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, everything that we feel, I mean, there's no man-made feelings. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
what you call that feeling can be man-made, but it's the responses. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so many things your body can do. So, but that one action can be called many things. So, depending on who you are listening to, talking to, will determine what they call that action that you're describing. You know what I mean? So, because what's fear to somebody isn't fear to somebody else, but it's the same. You know what I mean? So, because the
Mhm.
body can only do so many things, you know.
Right.
Right, right. Like facial
Yeah.
expressions. There's only so many facial expressions you can make. Like, some they can be confused. You know what I mean? Like, because some of them faces you got to practice, because you're not just naturally have a experience those emotions like anger and such. A lot
Mhm.
of people practice that type of face. Especially in
Right.
the hood, in where it's like,
Mean
you
muggy.
know, right, right, right. That's you practice that though. That's not something, so I guarantee you a person that does it, they've been looking in the mirror practicing how that shit. You know what I mean? So they ain't just come out the womb just doing that. You know what I mean? So that's a learned behavior. Right, right,
Mhm.
right. Because they could easily turn the frown upside down. Like,
Right.
so, right, you know what I mean? But those are voluntary muscle movements, not
Mhm.
involuntary muscle movements. So if you just not moving your face, that's natural. That's the natural look. You know what I mean? But so you have to cause it to smile or frown. Wow. That's, yeah. Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something right there.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yes, it is.
Cause it's, smiling is not really taught as much. It's not, in a lot of spaces it's frowned upon, you know, because that person that's smiling is usually around people that don't, so they'll be like, stop. You know what I mean? So it's not
Right.
something that smiling isn't something that is presented to the world, so it's a lack, just like going hand in hand with gratitude.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't frown and be ungrateful at the same
Smile and be
time. Or,
ungrateful.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Isn't that,
Like
isn't that
you
something?
can't smile and be angry at the same time
Hmm. Unless they practice.
unless you faking.
Yeah, you practicing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with you. And that's, man, this sun is beautiful out here today, man. Phew.
I see you.
Yeah.
Look like you
'Cause,
sitting right by the window.
yeah. We look at these phenomenons and such. It's like we just don't, we want to, I mean, it's just weird because I was thinking about this earlier, and it's like we'll go through things and that's easy. And I've always said this, it's easy to go through something. The hard part is describing it. Um,
Mhm.
but we've never been taught just certain things like smiling, gratitude. These are usually things you learn later in life because at the beginning of life, they were shut out, closed up inside of you know. So these are things we get to later on in life where we want to, all right, I want to fulfill, I want to expand myself. I want to, when we're wanting spiritual growth and development, emotional
Right.
growth and development. But until we reach that point, we're on that roller coaster. And this is where we lose our health and wellness because all of that is being played out inside the body. You know what I mean? Like, so, even though the emotions and things is in the head, but all of those hormones and stuff is playing out in the body. You're raising the heart rate, raising the blood pressure, interfering with digestion. So all of these things have an effect on the body, but you can't see them until years later or feel it until years later because you're feeling it, but
Right.
you're not, because you never change the behavior, it never goes away. So you're getting help. You're getting help for your blood pressure and your lupus and your sickle cell and your this and that. You're getting help, but that doesn't work So you spend your life getting help. But
Mm.
it's like if we could get to the point of understanding the smiling, and I'm using those two because those are triggers to cause your body to go in the right direction. Just like there's
Right.
triggers to cause you to go in the wrong direction.
Those good
But
hormones are released.
yes, yeah, but
You smile.
sometimes we need a trigger. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
just you know what I mean. So that's those are triggers to help me get my body back on course. You know what I mean? So that's where it's like if we can start just incorporating those, we keep our body in a powerful condition. So now if it encounters something, because most of the things the body encounters we can't see with our naked eye. So when
Right.
these things that we can't see but the body is going through, we'll be strong enough where we might not feel it and it can easily overcome because we're not taking the power away, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Peace and
Yeah,
blessings, Empress Harmonics. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in with us.
That's like the chakra, all of these things that we hear, I mean, that you can't see. They have, they are natural things, but it's the things that if you look at, okay, how to increase it or how to improve it, it's just regular stuff. You mean like it's like you can't buy. It's not like a video game where you buy extra men or win extra men. You know what I mean? Or you can buy. No, it's just you
It's
lead a
extra
healthy
life.
lifestyle,
Right.
right? But you just have to lead a healthy lifestyle. It's nothing spectacular, miraculous, or far fetched that you have to do to get your body where you need it to be.
Right.
If you
Just
are
the
finding,
things we always talk about:
yes, go
sunlight,
ahead.
breathing,
Hmm.
exercise. You know, what else?
Hmm. Resting. Hmm.
Yeah, resting,
Yeah. So
de stressing.
right. Because that's usually, I mean, we know stress is prevalent, man. So if you can't control stress, you can control your life because that's more than likely where you're going to lose your life at because it's going to keep your body so weak that cells inside of you will have the chance to grow abnormally. Or
Right.
if you encounter a virus, bacteria, toxin, your body won't be strong enough to overcome it, right? So
Right.
that's what stress does. And most of us are leading a stress. We don't smile, right? Just,
Right.
what I mean? Like just on purpose. We're not smiling on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, so we're not that gratitude, like it's not on purpose. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So when we can
Right.
do that's preventative measures.
Yes.
Yes.
Self care.
Smiling is preventive. Yes. But smiling, being grateful, physical, spiritual, emotional, mental triggers for you to be healed, healthy, and strong.
Right.
Yeah.
The science
Yeah.
of abundant life.
That's where we get, that's what, because it's many things. Of course, it's food. Of course, it's hydration. Of course, it's exercise.
Right.
Of course, we can't get all of that in one show anyway. You mean like it would have to be all day because each category
Has
is extensive on its own.
exactly.
Right, right, right. But you got to start somewhere. So Why not
Okay.
start with something
Start.
that's fun, free, and easy?
Yeah. And it all starts with you on the inside.
Ex- exactly. That part right there. That part right there. Essential oils will help you smile. I mean, shoot,
Sure will.
they'll yeah, yeah, they'll
It
they'll
sure
help put a
will.
smile on the face.
Put a big
Hmm.
smile on your face. Remind you of
Hmm.
something when you were from your something pleasant from your childhood, or that's
Hmm.
the power of aromatherapy and memories. It triggers different memories,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I
I mean,
smell this cinnamon
mm,
oil, it
mm.
reminds me of this candy I used to eat when I was little. This and we called them red hot.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness, that's how it smells. That just
yeah.
took me back to a pleasant memory.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I use cinnamon in my. I use cinnamon, and it definitely will. Yeah, it definitely does something for the house with just
Hmm.
that by itself. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I was like, woo. Yeah, it definitely yeah, 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 yeah. It'll make you feel some type of way in a good way.
Yeah, in a
Yeah,
good way. Right.
yep, yep. But that's the key. I mean, yeah, I like that those two. The smiling and the gratitude, man, because the body is always. I mean, it's going to do what it does.
Hmm.
We impact its ability one way or the other.
Right.
We can increase it or decrease it. We are going to increase it or decrease it. So when we can, and a lot of times when you find yourself doing everything that could and you don't see an effect, that's when we have to go to the internal. You know what I mean? Because if you're exercising, you're supposed to get healthier. If you're
Right.
eating right, if you know what I mean? So that's the return of the ROI on those things. So if you're not, just like with blood pressure, if you're sitting still and even if you have plaque buildup, if you're sitting still, there's no, the blood is flowing slow. So
Right.
even with plaque, sitting still should give you a nice blood flow, lowering your blood pressure. It's that high activity that when you have that plaque buildup, that it's no because now you have that the blood and everything is moving at a faster rate. It
Right.
needs to be to get to where it needs to go. That's when you have the issues like doing something strenuous, or that it's not sitting still that you have a heart attack,
When your arteries
or
are restricted.
right, right, right. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you're, as an example, these things are supposed to make you better. That's the purpose of it. If
Hmm.
you find that you're doing something and it's not, that's when we have to look at the internal. Am I, the stress levels and these things right there? Because if you're stressed, will wipe all of that out.
Right.
Fasting, all of the good things that you hear about that you may have tried that you didn't get the results. Just like when they say results may vary, that's based upon you. It's not the action. You know what I mean? It's not the activity. It's you and what you are doing to your body. Right.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
And Sister Empress, she says healing from past trauma also helps. Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yes,
Yeah.
because
I mean, go ahead, sis.
that can be a hindrance. No, I was just agreeing with the sister
Hmm.
because that can be a hindrance.
Yeah.
Past
I
trauma.
mean, according to the body, And that's a great topic because it's I don't think it's I mean we use that word healing, we overuse it. When used when the in the body, as soon as the action is over, the healing process is immediate. It's an immediate response. If you cut your like I got these cuts. If you cut yourself, you have a less than an hour to get that clean, right? And because the healing process is already starting. If you don't clean it, it will heal right over top of the dirt and debris. That's where infections come, right? You break a bone, you have an immediate bam. So these are things we can see. Now, if
Right.
I go through something, and I've been through a lot, here I am now. I'm not going through it right now. I'm healed. If I go in my memories and I remember it, and I don't learn how to control my memory because it's already happened, regardless to what it is, it's past. It's that's the whole it's past, right? So whatever had already happened, I now must train my brain to realize that it can't hurt me again.
Right.
So
And that
I
that
go
part,
ahead.
that's the challenge right there because people go through things and carry it their whole life. Like a person can tell you something that happened to them when they were 7 years old, and they're telling it to you as if it happened just a minute ago with that same passion, that same anger. Then they have not gotten past that or released that
No,
traumatic
you're
emotion.
supposed to do that. That ain't
Right.
that's not
But
no
if
that
they're still hurting from that, then
that's not
reacting,
no, y'all not gonna listen to me now. I got books on the brain and I've broken down the brain. Like it's your life. You can't block out just like you can't spot remove fat. Your brain, when the high emotional events become long-term explicit memories. That's all we're dealing with. Explicit versus implicit memories. Explicit memories have high emotions attached to them. Love, fear, anger, melancholy. So it's not just a normal event, which would be implicit. So the long term memory, because that's what we're dealing with, a long term memory,
hmm
right? Because that's why I have the ability to remember it. So I'm not dealing with, see, we got to change the language. If we change the language, we still talking about the same thing. We're not calling it trauma. We're not calling it I need to be healed. We're not calling
ingrained,
it
it's
right. No, we're
ingrained.
not. Because it's me. It's my life. I'm supposed to. You got people that say in your DNA you got the history of the world. So you have the ability to remember anything that's inside of you with training, with the proper environment and atmosphere. Just like people can get into a meditative state and go out of body and do this and that. Okay, but I'm not supposed to erase my life. I'm supposed to control my emotions, rising
Exactly.
above emotions into thinking.
I agree with that. I agree.
Right. So if I tell that story with passion, with this and that, okay, but like I said, I'm supposed to tell myself you can't be hurt by something that has already happened. See what I'm saying? So now I'm training my brain because I can't, if I try to repress this, I'm only going to hurt myself.
Right.
If I try to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I try to fight what my body wants to do, if my body wants to sleep and I try to fight it, if my body's telling Sean, get up and exercise. Now I ain't exercising today. You feel what I'm saying? Like we get these signals. It's trying to solve it. It's not that you need to. You gotta solve that shit. If it's something that if somebody took advantage of you, you aren't. Listen. If they tell that story because they want to, they are stronger now. So they want to go back and defend themselves in that vulnerable position because they are stronger now. So it's not that I want to stop you from doing something to me. No, I want to go back so I can fight. I should have kneed you, kicked you, screamed. That's what you tell yourself. I should have did. I should have called. I should have did this. That's what the trauma is. Because I can't resolve myself because now I'm stronger now. So now when in my memory, when I go back, I'm looking hindsight is 2020. I'm looking at what I should have, would have, could have did.
Right.
That's what's tripping me up. See, now because I'm stronger now. I want to go back and how they say, write a letter to your younger self.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So this is an exercise we should want to engage in, but from a healthy perspective. And the healthy perspective is when I start this, we start with the this already happened to me. You say, hey, this shit already happened. So no matter what I go through now with retelling it, I'm not going to be hurt again because it already happened to me. And I'm here.
Right.
What don't hurt me? What? What don't hurt me? What? What don't hurt me
Make you
makes me strong.
stronger.
Okay. Oh, or what don't kill me, excuse me, makes me stronger,
Right.
right? So we look at sticks and stones can what?
Break my bones.
But words what?
Can never hurt me. That's
Okay,
country.
okay, see. So okay, so now we're gonna
That's
take that.
country.
See, we're gonna take that
That's
perspective. That's rising above emotions into the thinking of God. So if I learn how to control my emotions, because you can say and do anything you want to say and do. That doesn't mean I control me. So this is but I'm just saying, this is how we need to engage in this conversation because we've been hearing some of these things my whole life and nobody has it don't work. So we need a new approach, especially for black people. Like, okay, our brain, our mind is not the same as everybody else's. We got that high mind, that high brain. Everything we see comes from us. So we should be able to control it in ourselves way much better than other people. A lot of these psychosis, that's European science. That's based on them. We act like that. Schizophrenia, they never wanted to get at the black people. So you gotta be a special black person to get the diagnosis of schizophrenia. Because they reserve that, because as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us in the Supreme Wisdom, there's a question, what is the mental and physical power of a real devil? And he tells us from through the grafting process that made the other people, they became weaker mentally, weaker physically. And the further they got away from black, the weaker they became. So when we see some of these sciences, whose brain is that based on? You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm the
Yeah.
original man. I made the brain don't make me. All of this is here for me to be in the pursuit of happiness. All of
That's
the brain, the body develops on goodness. Allah is not the author of confusion, as we're taught in the Holy Quran, right? So He didn't put this together for it to not be able to be controlled by us. Aromatherapy. Carry your diffuser. If you
Yeah.
are in a situation where you feel you need to express yourself, or if you know that you're going to be triggered, they have aromatherapy
That's
that will
right.
help.
Help you
You know,
get out of that emotional hijacking.
yes.
Yes, indeed.
So you can be present in the present tense,
Fresh
telling
mind.
your past tense story. So in the present tense, you are safe and happy. So if you keep yourself in the physical present tense while telling your past tense story, your body won't go through the emotions.
Teach.
I'm trying to see,
I like
I'm
it.
trying. That's what the drugs do. The drugs
Yes,
put you. That's what the drugs open up in that divide between the mind and the body. So you can be here and your mind can elevate and drift. Meditation. You're sitting still. You're out of body experience. I'm
right,
trying to show you how to do it right now. You gotta go through nothing special.
right.
Ah,
No
no,
side effects. No,
no, no,
nothing like that.
no. And
Do it naturally.
if you try it, because everybody's injuries, imbalances aren't, they could be the same, but they didn't get there the same way. How you got there is how you solved it.
Right.
You feel what I'm so but this is a start. Practice it. See the results of it. See if you're able to control your brain as you should be able to be. You feel what I'm saying? See if you're able to control your memories. Because if you're going through a memory, and if you're telling it and your heartbeat is up, see, you're presenting stress. You're doing stress breathing, stress that so your body is going to follow suit. Cortisol, adrenaline. Yo, bam! Now you fight or flight. Okay, so now if I get the aromatherapy that will help me, bam, down
Snap,
breathing.
snap out of it. Right.
I'm activating my vagus nerve, the 10th cranial. I'm
Yeah.
controlling my body. I'm controlling my heart rate. So now I'm not in a state of physical stress.
Mm.
See, I didn't say mental and
Right.
emotional, physical.
Good.
So now my body is relaxed. Now I can tell this story and allow my mind to go where it needs to go, but my body is anchored. It's anchored in the present tense.
Come on.
It's listen, because presently I'm good. Right now, nobody's bothered me.
Right.
I'm safe, secure. Right. So now would be the perfect time for me to take my mind and my emotions on a trip so I can allow my brain to solve it, to get rid of it, to lay it to rest.
I like
Try
that. I like
yeah,
it. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Let
yeah,
it be so
yeah.
in my
And that's
yeah.
not saying, as a caveat, I want to say, real, that's not saying nobody else is wrong and I'm right. I'm saying I've heard a lot of these approaches for years and with very few results. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, we still have to deal with the stress and that we still have to deal with what you know what I mean? So, because it's all happening inside of this, it's happening inside of your body. That's why
Hmm.
you feel it. Go ahead. I was like,
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, and one of those essential oils that help you to feel that grounded and connected is cedarwood.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cedarwood, yeah,
yeah,
is good for
yeah,
that, and it stimulates. It's also
right
good
there.
for getting some rest. You have some,
Yeah,
yeah. It stimulates the pineal gland to release melatonin. So
Hmm.
those of you that have a hard time getting a good night's rest and wake up feeling rested, cedarwood
Yes.
naturally release that melatonin. So you don't have to take any melatonin pills or
Yes.
anything
Yes.
like that.
Yes. I
Naturally
like that.
re-
Yeah, I like cedarwood. Yeah.
reset
It's
your
def-
circadian rhythm so you'll
yes.
be able to naturally, get back into that rhythm of your sleep pattern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Make your body strong. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
that's what it is. We trying to handle these emotions and things in an unhealthy body, man. A weak body. You like what you think you're gonna do to your body? What you think you're gonna do to your liver? You already messed your liver up with poor drinking, poor eating. So now when you go and you put this stress upon yourself, you're putting stress upon yourself.
Mhm.
You're going to break your liver. You go to the Victor Locious or
It'll break your rhythm.
you're going to get that those ulcers. You're going to get that because you're
Right.
already in an unhealthy, weak body. So you can't play the mental health, emotional health because you're going to create these hormones and that's in your body. You feel? So if we go ahead and we put the body in a state of strength, a state of power, now we can deal with
Right.
because these things will ultimately shorten our life, and we're talking about abundant life. This is these emotions, this trauma. That's the opposite of abundant life. That's premature
Mhm.
death. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
we by dealing with this, it just opens the door, man. I'm telling you. You gotta have
Yeah.
the essential oils, though. I mean, you gotta have
Yeah.
it. yeah,
Everything starts mental,
yes,
and that's what
yes,
the aromatherapy starts mental.
yes,
Give you that
yes. You
mental
got
clarity.
yes.
Yeah.
You got oils for helping with memory. So it's like
Right.
they, and so when we looking at that, these are things that you don't have to ingest. So there's no side effects. The side effects come from things that you gotta put on you or put in you. You know what I mean?
And
So
that has all those different ingredients, different chemicals, and
right,
you don't know how your body is going to react. That's why they let me start you off at this dosage and see how
yeah,
you respond, and we'll keep increasing it, or if it's too much, you know,
hmm,
they say practice in medicine.
hmm, hmm, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why personally I apply essential oils. In my health and wellness everyday life. Because we look at preventative. And as you always hear me say, you can't prevent with food and medicine. And
Right.
like, you know what I mean? You don't take an aspirin to prevent a headache. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, you can't eat something to prevent something. Cause you don't know. Like, what if you never, you know what I'm saying? Like, the body doesn't store. It doesn't want to store anything that you eat. Nothing we put inside of us does the body wants to store it. It wants to use it and get rid of it. When it's storing something, that's usually creating a stressor
Mm.
because
Yeah.
nothing stays in the stomach long. So when it goes from the stomach, it's going into the intestines. One part, the nutrients and energy is going in the bloodstream to be going dispersed throughout the body, and the rest is
Right.
coming out right as waste. Something
Hmm.
gets to the cell. The cell, it goes inside the cell. You go through metabolism. The cell uses it. The cell creates waste. Oxygen, CO2 comes from the cells. So when oxygen goes inside of the cell and it's metabolized, it exits as CO2
Right.
waste. So it's nothing is stored. My point. Nothing, everything that the body doesn't want to store anything.
Right.
Right. No. So
Right.
when we're looking at that, that's why I love
Only
as
what it
my point.
needs.
Exactly. And it's an exchange. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. So, but to my point is about essential oils and why? Because you can get the same action from the plant without having to, eat it or anything. So, like the lavender, I can get the
Absolutely.
benefits of lavender and I don't have to make lavender tea. I don't have to burn it. I
Right.
don't have to,
You don't have
yeah,
to
yeah.
put it under the tongue.
None of
Just
that.
drop
Right.
in your
Right.
hand, or sometimes just inhale it straight out of from the bottle.
Straight from the bottle. Bam. And I do that. I'm telling y'all, man.
Relax your
Shoot.
nervous system when you feel overstimulated. The
I'm telling
lavender
you.
is good for that.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And that's mostly what we're built. Homeostasis deals with our nervous system. You know what I mean? Homeostasis bodily, because each system has its own version of homeostasis. But when we're looking at the body, it's fight and flight versus rest and digest. So that's the
Right.
that's the seesaw for homeostasis, right? So we look at that. Hey man, aromatherapy, as Sister Denise with that circadian rhythm that she was talking about. Hmm.
Yes. Lavender
Yeah.
and cedarwood together.
Oh,
Powerful.
woo, man.
Powerful.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
that's my nighttime ritual.
Hmm. Hmm. And what I'm glad, and when we look at things like the circadian rhythm, you know, this is where our bodily strength comes from, right? This is where the harmony. This is where we get that ability for the body to be able to do all of the wonderful things we hear it can do. So
Right.
if you're not in tune with the circadian rhythm of life, this is what connects all life in the universe. This could be a part of, it's not can be. You have to take this into an account when you're measuring your healing, your health, and your wellness. Because you could be eating the best, whatever you believe the best is, whether you're eating for your
Right.
blood type, eating sea moss, eating this, whatever it is you believe is the best and you're partaking in it. But if you aren't doing it within your circadian rhythm, man, see, we got to take this is the stuff you can't see, but it is
Right.
vital to life because it connects, it puts all life on the frequency of life.
That's powerful.
You, so if you're off, you're imbalanced. So when you got these triggers, these like we were talking about, emotional trauma and this and that, see your body is in a weak state. It's not strong enough to even deal with your regular life and day. That's breaking. So we talking about you trying to do some extracurricular. You feel me? Like if at the end of your regular day you drain, whoo, you shuffling to get home and this and that, man, that wow, you're not on your circadian rhythm. You're not doing the thing. You're not, that we talked about in this particular show. The things beyond food and drink and stuff, and even exercise,
Right.
because they will set the tone for your energy. Mm, yeah. Did you freeze this?
That's
I think you did. You freeze
right.
for a second on me? Can you hear me? Because your screen looks like it's stuck. Oh yeah, you're stuck. Yeah. I think our sister is stuck, y'all.
You
Y'all are
froze.
still tuned in. Yeah, 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 yeah. That might be the sign. I don't know. You
Brother
coming back
Sean,
on? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Uh-oh.
the connection is going out.
I see. Because you're frozen
If you were
on my
saying
screen.
something, I ain't hear a word.
I was just talking for the
You back?
audience. Yeah. Well, can you hear me? I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was just
Yes.
talking for the audience. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Because I
Yes,
didn't
sir. We're
know if.
gonna
Yeah, we might as well end because it's
yeah,
getting bad, sis.
yeah, it's getting bad. All
Yeah.
right, family. This was a good conversation. But thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up since this connection is not connecting. Um,
Says, hey, how they say you got bars? You got bars
you're
up
right.
there. Woo, that was a good one. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Well,
yeah,
yeah, so if you all have any questions, need anything, myself or Brother Sean, he has books. I have books and the oils. Just reach out to us. And until next time, thank you all for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum.
yeah. Wa alaikum assalam.